Try to switch that. Oh, we're live. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Ash.
And I'm Fatima.
This is
Fastash.
Look at that. We got a 2-week streak going. Let's keep going.
Don't I look like I have a little spirit on my shoulder?
Yeah, you always do. You're a little lower in your screen than normal. There you go.
Huh? Okay. Don't like that. Am I being haunted?
Your keying is just off.
What does that mean?
The key, the green screen
Mm-hmm.
that you key out, the keying's just not as clean as it could be.
What's that mean? I don't know.
That means you haven't removed a lot of it. So what is your green screen like a gray?
No, it's green. It's green.
Yeah. There's some settings you can do when you're keying out. It's like the choke and all of that. The choke's probably not too strong, especially since you're like black. You should have like a really good contrast between you and the background. But yeah, it has to do with your keying settings and probably how much light is actually on the background.
Oh, do I need more light on the background?
Possibly.
I could do something about that. Okay, hold on. Let's
like more.
That's worse. That's
more
worse.
More contrast between you and the background.
I'm getting lighter skin by the minute.
No, I said on the background. The light on you is just going to cast more of a shadow on the background and make it even harder to remove the background because there's black on it.
Okay. How about... Yeah?
Yeah, see? You see how it's already better?
Okay, where do I put this, though?
Exactly.
Oh, did that work?
Well, it's a little better.
That's a little better. Let's see how long that lasts. Okay. Yeah, that's over there.
Yeah, but that's generally what you want to do. You want as much contrast on the background and yourself. So you want to just make sure it's lit.
Hey.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah. I know a little something about production.
Teach me. Where can I go to learn editing?
Google.
But Google has gotten so bad. It's so hard to sift through. Oh, what was that hack I heard? Search when you put in Google, put in 2019 or something like that.
It's something. There's certain commands you have to put in the Google search yourself. But yeah, because what I meant to say was actually YouTube for YouTube tutorials. But even YouTube tutorial, searching on YouTube because it is integrated with Google is so fucking annoying. Because I will be searching for a very specific topic. And
and some of that shit is just ads. It's just ads to sell you some shit that you don't need to buy.
Or it'll be stuff that is from my algorithm. So it might be it might be something from people that I'm already following, but somehow it's in my specific search for something else. I'm like, what the fuck does my searching for Deadpool and Wolverine have to do with the reaction people that I'm following reacting to Don to Don? Is two completely different subjects. Anyway, but
the internet. Is there anything else that annoys you about the internet?
The people.
Which people? Which people specifically? Is it just the general public, or is it your own people that are?
I would say the general public. Anyone that I haven't already vetted or had vetted from 2 other trusted sources, I don't like interacting with them. I hate going into the comment sections of most things.
Oh, the comment section.
One of the podcasts I listen to, one of their hosts, Crystal, she says she'll go through the comment sections of stuff and stop reading as soon as she gets to the stupid comment. And I'm like, that is me. That is me. Because sometimes I just want to see. Sometimes there's content for what maybe video is, and people will and maybe give further context. about something, and that's cool. That's interesting. But other times, it's just people just being aggressive just to be.
You're kind of breaking up. You sound like you're underwater.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't have the mic closer to me.
But sometimes it's like there's like tea in the comment section.
Exactly. That's why I be trying to check the comments. And then sometimes I just like to see, especially those who are like actually subscribed to certain channels. Like I don't subscribe to every channel. Like it'll take me a couple videos before I determine if I want to actually subscribe to everything that you're doing. Cause like
I know.
Like right now I'm keeping up with Love is Blind season 7. But while there's like maybe 5 different commentary video or commentary channels I will watch for their commentary specifically on this season, I'm not trying to be subscribed to all the other stuff that they're talking about. So I'm like, I'm not subscribing to you. I'm going to watch your video when it pops up because Google at this point knows like, oh, you've been watching this person, they got something new. And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not subscribing because I don't care about you watching 90 Day Fiance, Married at First Sight, Love is Blind, Australia. Like I just want to watch your commentary on this specific thing that I also have an interest in. So I'm not always going to subscribe. But I get it. They gotta do it. Some people are moved by that. Like, we're almost at 30,000 subscribers. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. I get it. I'm just not moved by that. But I like seeing folks who or at least supportive, so they're in the chat like, oh my gosh, I was waiting for you to upload. I can't wait to hear your opinion. Like, I like seeing people be supportive and stuff like that because it's so nasty out here. It's like, god damn, ain't nobody teach you if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. That's why half the time when I'm on a conversation call with my sister and my family, I don't say shit because I ain't got nothing nice to say. But
you don't have anything nice to say to your sister?
Generally, no, because everything I say she'll misinterpret as something being rude. So like, I was at the point this week where I was about to tell my mom, do not put me on a group call with my sister unless it has something to do with family planning, because I really don't give a fuck about what's going on in her life. Like, respectfully, I don't care.
Respectfully, that's
no, I know how that sounds, but respectfully, I don't care. Like, I just assume as long as she's alive and healthy, things are fine. But I don't really care about what she's doing. I don't care. Like, I just don't. I don't care about what my brothers are up to. Again, I know it sounds rude or like, oh, you're just uncaring in a negative way, but like, I don't think so. I got shit going on in my life. And there's only but so much I'm going, like, if I care, I will ask, kind of thing. And my sister, at least, compared to my brothers, she posts her shit. Or at the very least, she posts in the way that most of us post on social media, where you only post the good shit. So, like, if I see that, oh, she's on another beach, cool. How did she get there? I have no idea. But I see that she's alive, and that's enough for me. I see that she's alive. Literally, like, I haven't heard anything bad. She ain't hurt. She ain't sick. And she's on a beach, according to these pictures. So I don't need to know anything else. I really don't. But I'm a very witty, sarcastic kind of bitch, as you know at this point. And she, out of all of my siblings, does not really have the wit to keep up with my sense of humor.
Ouch. I
mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. A lot of the folks in the family do not have that same kind of like snappy wit to keep up with me. It's like Ryan Reynolds with most other people when he's talking to folks. Like, some people just don't have that tit for tat for everybody, and that's fine. But
why do you want chaos? Why do you want problems?
I don't
Why
want
don't you want peace?
I don't want chaos. I really don't. And a lot of the stuff that I say is like not necessarily trying to be a drag for someone. Like, okay, we'll start from the beginning. Or not even beginning. I'll give you an example that really started my like, okay, let me just not say anything around my sister because she's gonna take it as an offense. I feel like I've told you this before. But during like the pandemic or whatever, when we started doing Zoom calls with the family, we were on a call. No, this was probably before the pandemic. My brother had gotten his first apartment. And so he's really excited about it. He's talking about, decorating it. And me and my brother have similar aesthetics. Like we're both into gaming and anime and cartoons and comics and stuff like that. And at this point, I've had my own apartment for like 3+ years, and had even given him a new piece of artwork for his apartment, like this huge canvas painting of the Joker, because that was like his favorite comic book character was the Joker, and I had gotten that for him. And so at one point we're on the call with all the family and my sister, and he's like asking me some advice about decorating his place. And then here come my sister talking about, why don't you ask me? And I'm like, because you ain't got your own place.
Aww.
And she got mad.
That does sound like a slight.
But it wasn't a slight.
I know it's a factual statement and it's relevant to the question.
But and that was the thing. Like, to me, it made sense. We again, same aesthetics. Of all the siblings, I'm the only one who has their own place. He's been to my apartment, mind you. My sister's not been to my apartment. My brother has seen my apartment. He see how I have all my figurines and my books and my posters all up on the wall. Now that he's got his own place, he's asking me. And she over here being like, why ain't you ask me? And in my mind, I'm thinking of what her situation at the time. She did not have her own place. She was staying at her girlfriend's mother's house with her girlfriend in her girlfriend's room, and her daughter had like a crib in her girlfriend's room at her girlfriend's mother's house. So all of that is in my head, and in my head I'm thinking like, you don't have an entire apartment to decorate. You don't even really have a bedroom to decorate. And I don't even know how much my brother knew about that either. But like, again, context said, let me ask the older sibling who has similar styles to myself in an apartment about how to decorate an apartment.
Okay.
And that's what I said, like, because you don't have your own place. She's like, well, that's why you ain't got a man.
Whoa.
Everybody's gonna call like
that does not have anything. That's
exactly.
That sounds like some serious insecurity and jealousy.
Girl.
But you know what? Well, thank you for sharing that, because you have never shared that story before.
Oh, I thought I did. I've definitely shared it before, but I didn't know if I shared it with you. But that was just the one instance where I wasn't so much mad that she was like, you ain't got a man. Because like at this point, the family knows I have no intention of having a partner. Also, you're dating a woman. So technically, you ain't got a man either. So I'm not understanding why you're trying to throw that as a jab as me, because it's irrelevant to the conversation as a whole. And it's
also you got your own apartment without a man. So
exactly. What's that got to do with the price of tea in China? Like, it was, so for me, it was less, why are you coming?
But also that's pretty wild that she thought, like, even if she were thinking like, well, some people just want to be included. And
I get that.
And even if you're hurt because you haven't processed that, like, you just wanted to be included, this really has nothing to do with you, and you might not really have much to do this conversation. The fact that she decided to hurt you, and that was the way that she decided to hurt you, is just kind of like, sounds like you're projecting. Like, how's this relationship with this woman that you're like with?
It's so like, again, and like when I said like, cause you ain't got your own place, it wasn't to say like you ain't got your own place, so you don't have any right to give him an opinion on how to decorate. It was just your question was, why is he asking me and not you? And he part of it is because you ain't got your own place and we have similar aesthetic. But it just came out as you ain't got your own place, but she does that a lot. So then another time, okay, but again, my biggest...
also like you weren't being mean, because I would have been like, you can't figure this out.
But again, my biggest gripe was less about her trying to throw me being single in my face. It was like, that's not even a good comeback. What are you talking about? First of all, why are you even attacking me right now? So that was like the first instance of like, now I gotta be careful what I say around this bitch, because even when I'm just stating facts, she gonna get offended. Another time, and she ain't even have a comeback for this one. And I wasn't trying to be shady, but I could understand her being mad when I said it. So she was like, again, on a call with family, and she borders on narcissistic sometimes, because like she gets on the call, she's like all dolled up, she about to go on a date apparently or something. So she's in the car, she's showing off her makeup, all that. We're like, yes, Jasmine, you look very pretty. Yes. And at one point she was saying like, you need to get like me. Now on this call, like I said, she's dolled up. She's in her new Mercedes. She's about to possibly meet up with another date. I literally just got out the shower. So
wait. Stop. She has a Mercedes?
Yes.
Does she have an apartment now?
We'll get to that. So she has a new...
I feel bad laughing at your sister. I feel bad.
No, you can laugh, because so she has a Mercedes because thankfully she survived. I think I told you she got T-boned by an old school Cadillac earlier this spring, and she got a really good settlement from it. Okay. And with that settlement, she got a Mercedes.
No.
Yeah, that's what a lot of us said. We said, girl, no, why would you do that? Like, I'm thinking like, girl, the payments on that, the insurance premium on the fact that this is like your third car and probably like second accident, not necessarily her fault. But
right,
still.
but insurance companies are like paying attention, like, oh, you're accident prone, even if it wasn't.
Exactly. I'm thinking like, and mind you, she didn't even have insurance when she was in that accident that landed her in the hospital. So it was only by the grace of God and a good lawyer, and the fact that the dude that was at fault just wanted to sweep it under the rug, that he didn't even have his lawyer do his due diligence to be like, oh, you ain't even have insurance during this crash, we ain't paying you shit, kind of thing. She
got lucky,
okay? And so with the settlement, she got the car that she always wanted, or I can't say always wanted, but it's definitely a statement piece, and has been using that to like supplement some of her like her traveling. So she's been all over the goddamn place just for her birthday. 2 weekends ago, she was in New York, had a photo shoot. The weekend of her birthday, she was in Miami, and at the end of the month, she's supposed to be going to Aruba. Mind you, she also has a daughter. The daughter ain't on these trips. The daughter is either at my mom's, at my dad's, or with her father, because the father has primary custody. Not like officially. I don't think there's any like documentation, but like he's the one that pretty much takes care of my my niece the majority of the time, and my sister sees her on like the weekends or whatever. But anyway, so again, we're on a call with my mom, my grandma. Jasmine's all dolled up, about to go on a date, and I literally just got out the shower. This is like on a Sunday, so I'm like looking like a drowned rat. I'm literally like putting my face mask on, looking busted, but it's fine. I've accepted my fate. And she talk about, oh, you need to get like me, and I'm thinking, and I say out loud, I said, if I were to try to keep up with you, we'd both be sleeping on daddy's couch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Again. Listen.
I didn't need to do it like that. That's on me.
I know. And the look on my mom and my grandma's face was, whoop. And I was like,
yeah.
She's like, whatever. You always just a hater. You're just a hater. And I'm like, I couldn't help but laugh.
You were minding your own business, and she came for you.
I couldn't help but laugh at like how shady that came out. I was like, oh, did I hit a nerve? Oh, was that too soon? But again, in my brain, because sometimes how it logics out in my brain, when it comes out my mouth, it comes out a lot shady. So in my brain, I'm thinking, if I kept up with her lifestyle, with the lifestyle of my frugalness, I would be on my dad's couch too, because I'm very much, I need to save, I need to allocate funds before I do anything, and she seems to just fly by the seat of her pants, and when she wants to do something, she gonna do it. She don't really think in the long term. If I did that with all the debts and responsibilities I have on my end, I would blow through all my money. So I'm thinking like, yeah, I'd be on the couch with one of our family members too if I was trying to keep up with you. Because I got more, well, I can't say I have more debts than her, but like, again, calculating all the shit that I know that I have monthly payments on and shit. I'm
right.
Yeah, I be having to downgrade and be on somebody's couch too. But came out very shady. But here we are to like Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. Get a call in the middle of the day. This is like 30 minutes before I'm supposed to have my therapist meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my grandma, my mom, my aunt, my sister. Now somebody had tried to do a video call at 8 in the morning, and I shut that
criminal.
Exactly. Thank you. So when me and my grandma got on the call,
at work, getting ready for work, or asleep, like
exactly. First of all, I told them, I was like, I don't even verbally speak until at least 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, even when there's like an early meeting, because sometimes my office will have like an early 8 a.m. staff call.
Yeah, and then you say the required amount of words that you
and I don't even have to talk then most of the time. I just have the you're lucky if the computer camera is on at 8 a.m. for a staff call, because I usually don't have no questions. And oftentimes questions are sent in prior to the call and they address it then. So I ain't really got to talk. But yeah, I'm like, I don't even like have to talk to at least 10 a.m. and I work from home. So I'm really not even really talking to anybody for most of the day, if it's not myself. And my grandma was like, yeah, I didn't answer that call either. Like, me and my grandma be the main bitches in the family who just nap. Like, that's what we do for fun. We go to sleep. So both of us was like, we ain't about to be on that call this morning.
Right.
But they happened to get us all on the same call, because even though it's like 2 days after my sister's birthday, we need to sing her happy birthday. Now, again, another situation that had come up previously, it was my brother's birthday a week before her, and no one apparently got him a cake. So she's in the group chat at like midnight talking about, we need to show up for each other. Why ain't nobody send my brother a cake? I'm like, bitch. Well, I ain't say it, but I'm thinking like, bitch, if you so concerned about this nigga having a cake, why ain't you send him a cake?
Send my brother a cake.
You could have sent him a cake. You could have DoorDashed him a cake. You so goddamn concerned about it. I, for one, don't fucking like cake. So I don't even really care if anybody gets me a cake for my birthday.
This is the first time learning about this. We've had many conversations about
I've told you many times.
I never know that you were a cake hater.
I've said this on a previous show that I don't like cake. I don't like icing. So generally what the family will do
I think you don't like, okay.
Yeah, so what the family will generally do is get me like a variety cheesecake pack. And I'm like, I don't even need that much. Just a slice. A slice. Maybe a slice of pie. And they sell individual slices of pie at the market. So you can get me one of those for dessert. And then y'all can get whatever kind of cake y'all want to eat. But I'm not pressed about having cake and y'all singing to me on my birthday, because y'all can't sing anyway. I ain't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. It's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't like it. Like, my grandfather's kind of the same way. Like, he hates if you try to give him a surprise birthday sing along from the restaurant staff. He will leave early before dessert. He'll be like, here's my credit card. I will see you later. Like, you will not ambush him with that. He hates that. I don't care for it either. But that's besides the point. Jeb and all like, y'all need to show up for each other. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't know what the fuck I'm doing to show up for people in the family. How people decide to show up for each other depends on that person's interactions with that other person. I had gifts in mind for my brother that I was going to give him next time I saw him. But then I see on Facebook that he apparently was like, he had posted that he got himself a cake and he wanted people to send him like voice notes of people singing to him. But I didn't even see that post until like 2 days after the fact. I'm like, what the fuck, Facebook? Ain't nobody, I didn't even see this. But anyway, that's just my sister just get on my nerves. So she, you know, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, why are we singing you happy birthdays like 3 days after your birthday? She's like, because this was the only time I could get such and such and such and such together. Which I'm like, all right. I was like, all right, I'll give it to you. If you want people to sing happy birthday to you and you trying to coordinate where you can get as many people on the phone call as possible, I get it. It's hard trying to coordinate with adults, let alone the adults in our family. So I let her have that. Okay. So I wasn't going to sing though, because I already knew on a voice call, on a video call, ain't nobody going to be synced up. It's going to sound a hot mess. And it did. And I was cracking up. But I at least...
That's funny.
It was. It was like, I at least held in my laughter enough to not interrupt people's attempt to sing in sync. But once it was done, I was just... so funny. So she's at her friend's house. This is some guy she's known since she was like 14. My mom loves him. I'm sure she wishes they were a couple. I don't know what their relationship is other than what my sister states it as. That's her friend. Okay, I don't let my guy friends hug up on me like that, but whatever. My mom loves the nigga though. So she's at his place and my niece is there. And he like gives her a hug after the song. And my niece gets upset because she's 9 and they don't know how to process their feelings at 9. So she's upset and she says to her, you don't want to hug me. And I'm like, that's a typical child reaction. Like, she's 9. And she's like, you don't want to hug me. And my sister's like, oh my God, you're so dramatic. And I'm like, she's a 9-year-old, bruh. Like, again, generally, I don't say nothing to Jasmine when it comes to how she speaks to her daughter because I'm not a mom. And I already know me having no kids, no man, saying anything about how she talks to her people is going to be a problem. So I just be quiet. And my mom is usually the one to be like, don't talk to the baby like that. What's wrong, Tori? What? And I'm just, it's just one of those things that irritate me about what she do. But I can't say nothing. So I ain't like that. But then, you know, I'm only kind of like half paying attention to the conversation happening. She shows a picture frame of her and her guy friend. He apparently framed 2 pictures of them together, and it was like on a shelf in his house. And someone had commented that he only takes that frame out when she comes over, just to act like, oh yeah, I always have a picture of us together in my house. And then another comment was said by someone that said that that was his gift to her. So I'm confused because I'm seeing a picture frame of them 2 together on a shelf in his house. But now I'm also hearing that is her birthday gift. But there's no like ribbon on it or nothing. It just looks like a decoration in somebody's house. So I'm asking her and I'm confused. I'm like, he gave you a picture frame of you 2 together for your birthday? Again, in my brain, everything I just said to you. But the question comes out as a confused, he gave you a picture of each other for your birthday? And here's her go-to response. You get a picture frame too if you had a man. Mind you, let me back up some spaces too, all right? Prior to this comment, she was already complaining that she was going to be single forever. Prior to that,
which would be a fate worse than death, because then she would be just like you.
Okay, but I'm single by choice.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna be single forever. Prior to that, in other conversations, she has made it very clear on numerous occasions to the family, she no longer dates men. And the family don't care. You know why? Because we got a grandkid in the family. They're like, look, at least one of these grandkids gave us a great grandkid. She can do or not do whoever she wants. We got a great grandkid. We're good.
Yeah.
What? Throwing, because you ain't got a man in my face again. But I was just asking a question. I'm trying to say to her, I'm like, I'm just trying to clarify, is that your gift, or do y'all just have like matching picture frames in each other's houses or something, and I'm just seeing the one that's in his house? I'm just trying to get clarification. Also, you ain't got a man either. What are you talking about? And I'm so frustrated at this point again that she can't even come up with a good comeback. She can't come up with a good comeback. I was talking to my friend the other day. I'm like, if she had gotten me on some other, like, you know that too. If you had any pictures of your own damn friends in your house, I'd be like, you right. Because I don't have any pictures of my friends in my house. I have like maybe 2 pictures. My oldest friend is we've been friends almost 25 years. And the only picture I have of us together is us in middle school. And I'm not even in the picture. It's her and some other friends. Oh, wait, no, I take that back. We are together in another picture for prom. But but a group of us together. She could have done that. There are so many other aspects of me being a single bitch that she could poke fun at. And I could laugh along with her. Because I'm like, yeah, that was a good one.
She's trying to hurt you. Exactly. She's not trying to banter with you. She's
exactly, and that's what pisses me off. I'm like, you not
because
even bantering.
She's so triggered.
Clearly, because like even when we do be on calls together with the rest of the family, I don't even be talking about what I got going on. Because generally speaking, I don't have a whole lot going on. Every now and then I'll be like, I have a trip coming up, or I'm going to a concert, and even then, I'm not even in the group chat showing all the pictures of what I did or where I went, unless somebody specifically asks, hey, can I see the picture of your concert last week? I'm like, okay, I can. Or you could just go on my social media and see it there. But like, I, in general, quiet. I'm not really talking about what I'm doing until after I've done it, unless the family's trying to plan something. So I have to tell them when I have trips coming up. I understand why they keep asking me, what am I doing for my birthday? Because they might want to come out and visit me, or because it's literally the day before Thanksgiving. It's like, oh, are we going to go to grandmom's house? Are we going to mom's house in Baltimore? Are you just not going to go to Thanksgiving at all and do something solo? Like, I get stuff like that. But other than that, I'm just really not divulging what I'm really up to the family. Because personally, I don't think it's relevant unless you ask me. But my sister's different. She's always talking about what she's up to, what she doing. Look at me, look at my face, look at my makeup. And it's like, girl, we know you pretty. What else you got?
Oh, that makeup shit is so expensive.
Oh, girl. And so that conversation,
like makeup and skincare is so expensive, especially for women. Yeah,
and I feel like if you do it too much, I feel like it's really like, I don't like to become too reliant on any kind of facial care, makeup type stuff anyway, because then my body's gonna react to it, and if I don't have it, I'm gonna start breaking out type stuff.
That's why I loved going to the dermatologist. Like, look, I've been hearing about this, and this, and I know half of this shit is marketing. Just tell me what I need to do for my skin at my age with my particular features that I have going on.
Yeah, I keep it real basic. I keep it moisturized.
And he gave me a very, very basic skincare regimen, and look at how it's working. Like,
it's great.
I have on concealer and some blush.
Yeah. You know, and it's like, and it varies by age as well, diet, all that kind of stuff. And if I can buy it at like CVS type stuff, that's what I'm gonna do. So it's like the only thing
you're looking for this ingredient right here for the issues that you have.
Vitamin C,
niacinamide. Kind of moisturizer. He was like, any kind of moisturizer, it don't matter.
and sunblock.
Oh yeah, sunblock.
So like,
obviously sunblock. Yeah.
I'm very conscious of like.
Oh, but one thing that I have been doing is collagen peptides. on the collagen peptide train.
Yeah,
I add it to my tea in the morning. That's it.
Yeah. That's something I've noticed too. That like once you get into like your late 30s, early 40s, upping your collagen intake. My aunt does like collagen powder in some of her foods and drinks and stuff like that.
Oh, actually, I think it's like around like your early 20s that you start to like see reductions in collagen production, and that's when they say you should start doing some collagen powder. And my mom got me on it, and then I got my dad on it, and also like I've been having problems with my knees since I was like a teenager.
Same.
And this seems to have maybe fixed it. So yeah, I told you about like last summer I got up to running without any pain at all. Like
wow.
No pain in the knees or backs or joints or anything. And I couldn't even say that as a teenager.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of skincare comes down to basics. It don't have to be the most
sunscreen.
Fancy. Yeah, sunscreen. Again, being wary of the SPF in the facial lotions that I use, or because sometimes I just use my nighttime lotion outside, and when I do that, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pay for this. I'm gonna pay for this. Like, if it's something where I'm like, I just need to run out real quick, my face is washed, but I didn't put on my actual daytime lotion. I'm like, I need to be in and out. I got a hood on, type stuff.
Yeah.
But again, my sister though, I know a lot of it is like insecurity, which I don't understand why it's directed at me, because I don't even be coming at my siblings like that about like.
But maybe you
any of their choices.
You is triggering because
it is.
So much
it has to be
for you.
It is very triggering. I know it's triggering because I remember. I remember the first year, or my niece's first Christmas. So my niece is born a week before me. So she was probably like, a little over a month old when she had her first Christmas. And that Christmas, everybody basically just got my sister stuff for the baby. I got her a few things for the baby. Like I remember one of the things I got her was like the cover that you put on the car seat so that you can cover their face up in the winter type thing. I got her one of those, but I put it in a joke gift box that looked like it was a gerbil feeder for babies. And she was actually offended. She was like, I was like, yo, man, this would be really good. You won't have to feed her in the middle of the night. Like, even my brother's in the background, like, ooh, I want one for myself. But, I got her that. I got her a few books that she could read the baby. I think I maybe got her a baby bag that looked more like a purse. Like, things that she wouldn't have to come out of pocket for the baby. That was my gift to her. And that was the gift from a lot of people, just stuff for the baby. Meanwhile, I'm getting stuff that's like, toys, essentially. I'm getting Batman figurines and socks and fun stuff like that. And Jeff's like, how come she getting stuff and I ain't getting nothing? It's just stuff for the baby. And I'm in the kitchen, Millie walking. And I'm like, 'cause I ain't got no kids on any block. Hey. I ain't got no kids on any block. And she got mad. But again, it's true. I'm like, if I had a kid, I would want all gifts for the next like 5 years to just be shit for the kids. So I gotta pay for the game. These kids gonna get expensive. Yes, send me boxes of Pampers, baby food, fucking gift cards. The babies are give me all that in the first couple years. I don't give a fuck. At that point.
But you know what? I feel like that's a natural like thing that people want that they might not say. Because I remember I did have a friend who like, I don't know, we had kind of like lost contact for a while, and then we like were friends again like after college. But by the time we were like after college, she was like, she had a baby, and she was like, yeah, this is, my baby's birthday or whatever, and everybody's always getting stuff for the baby, but I want stuff for me too. So, like, she flat out asked me to buy a gift for the baby and then a gift for her too.
On the baby's birthday.
Yeah. Which I did. And then this person ended up getting married. And then it was like, everyone's getting stuff for us, but I would like an iPad.
You sound like a selfish ass bitch. Now, let me say this.
We're not friends anymore. But
right. But let me say this. I do sympathize with mothers who feel like they are no longer seen. And it's just the children and how you provide for the children and them being a mother and a provider to that child and not who that mother was prior to being a mother. I get that I get that feeling of thinking,
but that's why you have a partner, and that's also why I don't have babies with people. I don't have any kids. I never met a man that I wanted to have kids with, because the type of man that I would want to have kids with would take care of both of us, and I wouldn't be running around asking for shit for me.
Yes,
because I either have it like that before I have.
Yeah, they would already know to provide that for me. And so again, I get that sense of, nobody sees me anymore. It's just the kid. I can understand that sense.
Don't let that shit spill over into your relationships with other women, because I didn't knock you up.
Exactly. But again, I'm trying to give grace. My therapists have always said I need to give people more grace. So I'm trying to see it from their perspective of like, I'm still a person too. What about me?
Yeah,
especially on Christmas. At least on Christmas.
My grace looks like a rubber band. If you stretch me, you can stretch me a little bit. But if you stretch me too much, that's just gonna snap. You're probably gonna get hurt too.
Yeah, that's just gonna sting. But again, I can understand on Christmas being like, I would still like a gift too. Like, yes, it's my kid. But in my defense, again, this was the baby's first Christmas. So yeah, everybody's gonna be doting on the baby. And in our minds are thinking like, yo, we're getting stuff for the baby. So that's money on your end that you could put towards whatever the fuck you want that didn't have to go towards the baby expense. And also talk that out with your partner. That's why some women be getting like push gifts. They give birth and their husband give them some kind of gift, or even in some other cultures, the mother's family will come and like take care of the household for the first couple months or something, so that the mom can bond with her baby, or just in general not have as much stress to have to tend to the household and a new baby. There are different ways that people will show up for you that isn't always just giving you something material, But again, I feel like a lot of that's going to be on your partner to just make sure that they are showing up for you the way that you need to be shown up for. I'm a sibling, okay? I'm a sibling and an aunt. I have very offhanded kind of relations with my siblings, let alone my siblings' children. Half my nieces and nephews have not seen me in probably 5 years. Because I don't come around like that, and they ain't coming out here like that. And I like it like that.
Well, that's a lot of presents to.
Oh yeah, my mom had reached out to me a couple weeks ago. She was like, "It's so and so's birthday. Make sure you reach out and wish him happy birthday." I was like, "Mom, I have not talked to that child in like 10 years. He does not know who I am."
And how people are now, you wish him a happy birthday and they will send you the cash app like, "Here you go."
Nigga, that's how my niece is, and she's 9. That's why when I wish her a happy birthday, it is on a video call, because one time one of my brothers, I think I do have my niece's iPhone number. That girl's 9 years old, got an iPhone. but don't know how to text. Everything is voice to chat.
Because she can't read.
she can barely read and she can barely write. But my brother had like wished her a happy birthday, and she gonna reply, not even with a thank you. She replies, "Can I have $10 to go to Target?"
Ah,
girl,
What you gonna do with $10 at Target?
I don't know. She might have
buy a stick of gum.
She over here asking everybody for money. I'm like, that's the quickest way not to get money from me. You over here asking me after I wish you a happy birthday, and the first thing you do is put your hand out. I don't get no thank you. I can then be like, what do you want for your birthday? You don't even give me a chance to ask you what you want. You talking about give me money? God, these kids have no imagination. Like, you don't want a bike?
I have a cousin who was like teaching, I think he was teaching like music or something in 7th grade. And he would say like, yeah, all that shit they talking on TikTok about how the kids can't read. He was like, the kids cannot read. He was saying like, he thought it was like somewhat like laziness as to why like some of the kids, he would ask them to like go to a specific website and they would ask them to put in the URL into the computer for them. And he was like, what is up with this? And it slowly dawned upon them that the kids can't read. Like they can't get,
and they don't want to read. They don't want to read. That's the my niece. Yeah. I remember one time I was trying to do something and she's like, I don't want to read. I don't like to read. I was like, that girl can't come to my house. Half my house are books.
It's reading.
You come to Aunt Ashley's house, we gonna have reading time. I'm gonna find.
Or we're gonna watch an anime with subtitles.
Make you read that way. You gonna learn Japanese one way or another. You gonna get influenced at my house, and hopefully for the better. But like to hear a child say, "I don't like to read. I don't want to read," that hurt. Because I've definitely, I remember going to school, and for a while, I didn't like to read either, only because the shit they had me reading in school was boring as fuck. Like, most of the stuff they had me read, and I had to read it, and I had to write on it, that turned me off from reading a little bit. But I had already developed a love of reading prior to that, because my mom used to read to us when we were younger. A lot of her old books were like in our closet. I remember one time I was looking for something and I got hit in the head with a book. I picked it up. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. So I read it. I would blow through those books in like a day. These these thick ass like Judy Blume books and stuff like that, and would just blow through it. But it starts at home.
Yeah, I was limited in TV, but unlimited in books, and Dad had some wild books on the shelf.
Sometimes it just came down to like, oh, I like the illustration on this book. Like my grandma would take me to the library, and I would just find a book that I thought looked interesting, and have her read it to me, and I would just follow along and look at the letters and the words as she do it, but. Right. That came from, again, every night my mom used to read to us, or, maybe not every night, but enough that it solidified in my brain. Is like, my mom used to do this with me. My grandma used to take us to the library and let us pick out as many books as we want, and she would read it to us. I don't know that my sister is doing that with my niece. I don't know my sister to have ever actually picked up a book and read it for her own enjoyment. I've never known her to do that. And it's now showing in my niece.
That's and really I have sad because like
it is. So I gave you books.
There's so many different types of books. There's so many different types of books.
There are
like anything you could ever want to know, things that you don't know that you want to know yet. Like this is it's hiding in the books. Like
it's sad, and again, I don't really have the patience.
Do you guys not get library time the way that they used to? Because I remember learning the Dewey Decimal System, and the library just being like my safe place. It still is. Every time I move to a different location, one of the first things I do within a week of
find the local library
is find the library, get a library card. That's right up there with I need electricity and water.
It's like, especially I ain't got no kids, so I don't care about the school district. What's that library doing?
Yeah.
What kind of books y'all got? Like the nearest library to me.
What kind of events do you hold?
Right. The library near me, their manga selection sucks. But the manga selection downtown, oh, I'm on hold for a lot of books that I just don't feel like buying, but I've been following.
Right, but girl, like I'm trying to see like also what's that hoopla catalog doing? What's that?
Yeah, that too. Catalog? What's the DVD collection looking like when I need it for, a project? Or like we used to go and get like CDs, like that was good too. Checking out the CDs,
yeah. But also like given that streaming takes things from you all willy-nilly. Like like the DVD section at your local library is where you can find some of these classics, like every Hitchcock movie that you could ever want to see, like so many things. They're at the library and they're free.
Yeah, they're free. And like I just recently learned that even though I'm technically zoned for Chicago, I could still check out books from the suburbs of like Evanston because they're part of like an interconnected whatever. I just had to let them know, hey, here's my library card for this district. Can I also have access to your stuff? They're like, yeah, just sign here. I'm like, fuck yeah, I love this. Now I can like drop off books at this library, pick up shit, put things on hold. Man. Yeah. Never mind the fact that back in the day, well, I think they still do it. The Book It Club with Pizza Hut.
Oh.
Man, we were at Pizza Hut at least 3 times a month on me alone. Because I'm like, look, I don't know what the rest of y'all are doing for dinner, but I'm getting this personal pan pizza. That's one less thing my mom got to pay for tonight is this personal pan. That will tear through me a book. Or like, I remember one of my teachers in 5th grade had like a mini library in her classroom. So when we had to have recess indoors, you'd have the board games and you have books. And I remember picking up Tales of Unfortunate Events by Lemony Snicket. Yeah. I remember specifically picking up that first book. And by the time we were done with recess, I wasn't done the book. I was like, yo, can I take this home?
Right.
When I became a fan, I came back like, yo, you got the other ones in the series? Like, nah. So next time that Scholastic Book Club came around, I was buying all the Lemony Snicket books I could get.
Yeah.
Love that. But again, it comes to exposing children to it. And I don't think my niece is exposed to it. And again, I don't have the patience to try to expose her to books. Not to mention, I don't have a lot of child-friendly books. Don't let these bright covers and cartoon characters fool you. Yeah. I don't think I mean, shit, I don't even have the first volume of the Lemony Snicket books. I have like the second, the 4th, and the last book on my shelf. I got
Did you see the Netflix? Did you see the Netflix series?
I did not. I saw the movie with Jim Carrey way back in the day. But I heard both were good. Like, I didn't not like the movie, but I didn't watch the series. But I love the books. I especially love the fact that the books would have like big words in it that I was unfamiliar with, and they would then explain what the word meant. I was like, ooh, I love that. That's how I learned what stilettos were in a Lemony Snicket book. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, I don't know. I want to try to be more of an influence on my niece, but she's also like, she's a child, and children easily annoy me, especially children who have no imagination. She doesn't seem to have much of one. I want to try to pull that out of her. I know my patience is very low for ignorance. And part of it is, again, she's a child, but my patience, I don't.
Maybe you give her $20 and take her to Michael's and say, like, you have to pick a thing.
At Michael's. I don't know. I'm trying. I want to try to.
What it is she wants to buy at Target. Like,
I want to try to expound upon her interest in Wednesday Addams. I'm not really sure why she's so fascinated with. First of all, I don't know why she was even watching that series at her age, but you know, what child hasn't watched something way beyond their age requirement.
My mother had no concept of age limits on movies, roller coasters, or
but at the same time,
until my brother was born. Then she was like, "Oh, my precious baby," and I was like, "Where was all this energy for me?"
At the same time, you grew up in like the 80s and 90s, where like PG and PG-13 is basically like.
My mother was taking me to
rated R today.
My mother was taking me to rated R films there at that time, and they did not have like any limit on it. She was just kind of like, "This is my child. I'm her mother. She can watch it. Nightmare on Elm Street. She's fine."
Yeah. But she's into Wednesday. That is what she calls me. That is I'm not Aunt Ashley. I am Wednesday.
It's a compliment, I think.
I'm like, I can't even really argue. I do have a similar temperament and monotone to Wednesday. But, trying to explore that more with her and try to, move that into reading. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna see if there's maybe some like Wednesday Addams.
But also like the original Addams Family. Like, I think sometimes like just taking, because like everything now is just like really hyper like palatable to the eye and everything, and looking at like old movies or whatever kind of takes some of that down so that you can get more into the story.
Yeah.
And so like maybe she needs more like a scaffold, like not just switch it all off and switch to books, but she needs like a transition. Like, okay, so first we're going to go old school Addams Family. Then we're going to look at some like other type of medium, such as a book or a comic book or something.
Yeah.
Comic books, or a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Or comic book to graphic novel to regular ass novel.
Yeah. Let's see if maybe there's like a graphic novel with Wednesday Addams. Because mine is the Tim Burton one. Like the Jenna Ortega Wednesday. She cool. But old school, girl, the clapbacks was just like Wednesday did not care. Our baby came from a stork. Our parents had sex. Just like, fuck you talking about? Our parents were fucking. Talking about some damn stork.
I always love the Addams Family for the relationship between the parents because they seem so into each other.
They are to a disturbing degree, but you respect it. Like Gomez is just watching her sleep, talking about, "I would kill for her." It's like, oh, and you're just like, "Aw,
yeah.
Where's mine?"
Right.
Or she just lets her kids just kind of explore the macabre. Like her brother-in-law is being seduced by this woman, and her only complaint is this woman likes pastels. She's like, "You have brainwashed him with your sexual deviancy." But Debbie, pastels. Got them all hooked up in electric chairs. Talk about how she got Malibu Barbie. They had to die. They're like, girl, you right. They deserve it.
I don't even know what happens in like the Wednesday on Netflix because
I liked it. It was Wednesday goes to boarding school, essentially, with a bunch of other like monsters, essentially. Or not monsters, but like, well, some of them are monsters. Like there's a black girl who's a siren. There's a bunch of like vampires. Her roommate is a werewolf. So it was pretty cool. I liked it, especially because it was like Wednesday having to socialize, but she didn't change who she was. But people were still like trying to be her friend. Like her roommate, she's like all bubbly and pastels and shit. I'm like, God. But she opens up, so it's cute. My only thing, like I said, she didn't have the clapbacks like old school Wednesday. But at the same time, when the Wednesday in the series is not being exposed to like the yuppie white rich kids that Wednesday had to deal with in the movie. who deserved everything they got. You remember when they had all the kids that they didn't like at the camp, and they were doing roll call, and they got to the black boy's name, they couldn't pronounce his name. They was like, I always have trouble with this. Jamal, Jamal, Jamil. And the black boy's face was like, these. That's how I knew that's my favorite one. All those black boys, Jamal.
Yeah, you don't have a name that gets mispronounced.
It's Jamal, bruh. It's not even hard. It's not hard. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna explore that more with my niece Wednesday.
Yes. All right. Well, it's been an hour, so I'm gonna take my leave.
Go cook for the family. Okay. All right. Well, I should be here next week.
Yeah, I should be here next week too. Should I wear a wig next week?
Ooh, why? It's next week.
Because we're getting but we're getting close to it. We're getting close to Halloween, and I've never tried a wig. I'm gonna go to Party City and try. You got
a lot of hair, so
I know, but I can braid. Okay, so I thought this through. I can blow it out, and then I can like braid it back, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And a wig cap.
And a wig cap. I should get that while I'm at Party City too.
Yes, or your local hair salon or hair store. Yo, what the?
We don't have hair stores near us. Not like how I had in Chicago. And remember, Sally Beauty went out of business. Those bitches. They didn't go out of business.
There's still some Sally's.
They cut down remarkably on how many physical locations they have. I caught their big blowout sale and then haven't went back. But now I am running out of you can imagine the first thing that I ran out of. Hair conditioner.
Yeah.
Because this takes a lot of conditioning. Why is it? Why do they put shampoo and conditioner in the same size bottles?
Because clearly there wasn't black people in charge of the marketing.
I need this much shampoo because my scalp's only so big. Like, of course I, rake it down or whatever, get all the hair like clean. But I use like this much conditioner. Like everybody with shampoo is like, okay, so this is a year supply of shampoo.
Oh yeah.
2 weeks.
I will sooner run out of conditioner than I will. And I ain't even got that much hair.
I have no idea why they're in the same size bottle. Like, you know who had it right? Like that Aussie Moisture in their big ass bottles. Like, yes, this is the right amount of conditioner.
Yep. And I think L'Oreal did too.
Yeah. But Pantene in those huge bottles of shampoo and but also same size for conditioner is like, what are you doing? This is 5 years worth of shampoo.
It is. My aunt used to freeze hers.
You can freeze shampoo?
Apparently,
that's smart.
They had changed the formula for one of her favorite ones, so she had to freeze the ones she had left that was of the formula that she liked.
Oh, okay. We're gonna go, but real quick, remember when you had told me about my Organics and I said no because it has honey in it?
Yeah.
Have you heard about all the shit that they're going through now? People are claiming that it's like causing them to lose their hair.
Yeah, there's a certain line that's doing that. I don't use that line.
They're talking about now all of them. They're talking about the pomegranate. They're talking about
I like the pomegranate.
They started in on the rosemary mint thing, but now they're talking about the pomegranate and all of it, and they blame it on the owner selling the brand to Procter and Gamble, and people claim that they changed the formula. The owner is saying like, no, everything's just the same. But people are like, I am bald, and they're showing their bald patches on social media. So,
oh God,
a word of warning. A word of warning. Yeah, we really can't. We can't have anything. Well, we're always hopping from product to product because like, if you have something that works and is successful, it will get bought by a bigger company. And the first thing that they're going to do is say, how can we make this cheaper so that I can buy another yacht? Like,
yeah, make it cheaper, but more expensive. They're just going to buy for the name brand sake. It's like, no, we bought it because it was good. And we associated good with this brand. But if it's no longer good, we're associating no longer good with this brand. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but I still got my. But until y'all caught on, I still bought my new yacht, and we have to.
It's the same. It's the same with video games too. Like these marketing folks, the people at the top, just do not understand the consumer.
Or they don't care.
Both. It's a mix of both. They just figure like, oh, they'll just do it because name brand recognition, and that's only part of the consumer base.
Right.
And not enough to sustain your yacht fetish. And with that, I shall release you to go feed your family who are scratching at the door. I've been Ash.
I've been Fatima.
And this has been Fastash.
Bye.
Bye.